Wander Over Yonder is one of the most creative animated shows to come out of Disney XD. First airing in 2013, this series follows the endlessly optimistic Wander and his loyal steed Slyvia as they journey across the galaxy. In this video, I'll explain Wander Over Yonder from start to finish. In the first episode of series, Lord Hater stands atop a mystical tower, ready to claim a wish from a celestial being that appears once every millennium during a planetary alignment. However, his grand moment keeps getting interrupted by Wander, who's simply there to enjoy a picnic and watch the alignment. Meanwhile, Emperor Awesome arrives with his robot dinosaur and army, prompting a battle between his fist fighters and Hater's watchdogs. Lord Hater engages in a robot fight using a mech controlled by gauntlets, but Wander keeps offering him sandwiches mid-battle. Distracted, Hater's robot gets destroyed by Awesome's. As the planets begin to align, Hater activates a force field to block his enemies, only to realize Wander is already inside, enjoying the view. In a fit of frustration, Hater accidentally wishes Wander would leave him alone for 5 seconds, which the celestial being grants, freezing him. When Hater begs for a do-over, it's too late. The wish is spent and the alignment ends. In the final moments, Wander takes one last photo of the furious Hater and Peepers. Just as Slyvia returns from the bathroom, having missed the entire chaos, Wander simply shows her the photos he took. In the next episode, on a snowy planet, Wander surprises Slyvia with a festive mission. Every 365 Yuletidian cycles, a rare cosmic event allows them to deliver gifts across the galaxy in one day to everyone they've met. Slyvia joins in, though she's less enthusiastic about giving gifts to Lord Hater and the watchdogs. Despite Sylvia's reluctance, they sneak aboard Hater's ship and begin secretly delivering gifts to the watchdogs, causing them all to become joyful and peaceful. Hater and Commander Peepers quickly notice something is wrong as their army becomes increasingly cheerful. Wander and Slyvia continue spreading gifts, hoping to melt Hater's heart. Eventually, Hater locks himself in a cabin back on the snowy planet. Wander and Slyvia sneak in through the chimney to deliver his present. Though they're briefly captured, they escape and leave the gift behind. As they float away, Wander reveals he wrote "From Lord Hater" on all the gift tags, making the watchdogs think Hater gave them the presents. Hater screams in confusion and fury, only to suddenly embrace the idea of using this happiness to conquer the universe. He marches toward a decorated village, intending to destroy it, but instead, the watchdogs embrace the holiday spirit, helping the villagers celebrate. Hater's attempts to stop the festivities backfire, and he's buried in decorations. Wander is heartbroken at first, but Slyvia cheers him up with a surprise of her own, proving that kindness can truly be contagious. They exchange the joyful alien greeting one last time as peace spreads through the village. In the next episode, the episode begins with two watchdogs piloting Lord Hater's ship and accidentally causing crashes, which is later revealed to be part of a presentation Lord Hater is showing to highlight their many recent failures. As he rants, it's revealed only Commander Peepers is in the room. The other watchdogs went to the wrong conference. Suddenly, one watchdog is found joyfully holding a gift with a heart-shaped eye. Peepers investigates and discovers he's happy. Security footage reveals Wander is behind the mysterious gift giving, prompting Peepers to lead a team to stop him. But one by one, even Peepers' team receives gifts and becomes joyful. Wander eventually tries to give Peepers and Lord Hater their gifts, but Hater panics and flees the ship in a small escape pod, traveling from planet to planet to avoid the present. No matter where he goes, Wander and Slyvia are already there, ready to deliver it. Eventually, Hater hides in a snowy cottage, only for Wander and Slyvia to burst in through the chimney. Before they can give the gift, watchdogs arrive, now back to normal, and tie Wander and Slyvia up, but also comfort Hater with cocoa and a blanket, grateful for their gifts. Just as Hater starts to appreciate them, he finds a gift from Wander saying, "You're welcome, Heart Wander." Realizing he's been gifted too, Hater screams in frustration as Wander and Slyvia fly off, ending the episode. In the season 1 finale, Slyvia feels that her and Wander's adventures are lacking excitement. Wander proposes sneaking onto Lord Hater's ship to surprise a watchdog named Barry with a birthday cake. But before they can act, a mysterious man crashes nearby, Sylvia's old partner, Ryder. He's being chased by Hater for stealing the key to Hater's secret galactic storage facility. Slyvia is thrilled by the chance for an action-packed adventure, and Ryder convinces Wander to join by claiming they'll return the stolen treasure to its rightful owners. The trio heads to a shady bar to get the facility's location, where Wander accidentally accidentally attracts the dangerous Scuzzbuckets gang. Sylvia and Ryder steal the coordinates, escape, and begin their journey. Throughout the mission, Wander's gentle and honest nature clashes with Ryder's reckless, thrill-seeking attitude. Sylvia, caught between the two, starts to lose patience with Wander. Their ship is eventually attacked, and they seek refuge in Hader's storage facility. Ryder reveals his true motives: to keep the treasure for himself, and abandons Sylvia when watchdogs appear. He's quickly captured along with her. Meanwhile, a dejected Wander befriends a monster who turns out to be related to someone they once helped. Together, they rescue Sylvia. When Hader and his army arrive, Wander distracts them by celebrating Barry's birthday, giving him the cake he promised. Frederick the giant worm warns of an explosion, and the heroes escape in a bubble as the storage facility explodes, returning all the stolen treasure to its owners. Ryder is kicked out for planning another dishonest heist, and Wander and Sylvia continue their journey. The episode ends with Lord Hader chasing them, furious, as usual, with Wander cheerfully responding, "I love you too." In the first episode of Season 2, Lord Hader plants his flag on a conquered planet, only for Wander to steal it, thinking they're playing capture the flag. As Hader chases him, Commander Peepers warns that Wander is just a distraction, and Hader's obsession with him is costing them victories. Just then, a massive drill-like spaceship crashes into the planet, frightening everyone. Wander, convinced it's a new friend, heads up the drill with a fruit basket, followed by a skeptical Sylvia. Meanwhile, Hader and Peepers also board the ship to confront this new enemy. Wander and Sylvia are quickly captured by cold, metallic minions. Hader, initially unimpressed, gets jealous of the ship's powerful weapons and accidentally activates one, causing chaos. Trapped in a prison cell, Wander briefly loses hope but regains optimism, believing the new foe is simply being hospitable. Eventually, they are led to the villain's control room. Wander tries to befriend the mysterious figure with songs and kindness, but is trapped in goop. Sylvia tries to fight back, but is overpowered. Hader and Peepers also fall into traps, finally meeting the new villain, Lord Dominator, whose name and appearance irk Hader. In a fit of rage, Hader attacks, freeing Wander. Though Peepers momentarily believes in Hader again, Dominator easily subdues them all. Wander stands up to Dominator, and Sylvia manages to rescue everyone. They escape just as Dominator's ship departs. In the final twist, it's revealed that Lord Dominator is actually a woman. She excitedly looks forward to her future battles with the group, calling them dorks before laughing maniacally. In the other episode, Lord Hader visits the dentist after chipping a tooth, an injury he blames on Wander. While under the influence of painkillers, he deliriously names Wander as his emergency contact. When Hader wakes up, he sees Wander and Sylvia and mistakenly believes they're friends due to the lingering drug effects. The dentist warns that Hader's mind might be temporarily altered, and Wander is tasked with getting him home safely. Seeing an opportunity, Wander decides to show Hader how fun friendship can be. Though Sylvia disapproves, they take Hader on a feel-good adventure, eating ice cream, winning prizes at an arcade, watching beautiful lights on a crystal planet, and even helping a little girl named Olive climb a mountain. A cheerful musical montage titled "Hader Makes It Better" plays as Hader embraces joy and kindness. Eventually, Commander Peepers finds Hader and demands his return. Wander tearfully lets him go, giving him one last hug. Back on his ship, a still dopey Hader tries to follow orders, but ends up saving a planet instead of conquering it due to his cheerful mood. Later, Hader wakes up fully recovered, thinking it was all a dream, until Peepers shows him video footage of his day with Wander. Enraged, Hader's teeth chip again from pure frustration. In the other episode, Sylvia wakes up to find her pillow unusually flat, and a feather falls out. Wander brushes it off until he finds a whoopee cushion in his own pillow. He instantly becomes serious and transforms into the boy Wander, a masked vigilante determined to stop an old enemy from his past. At the Museum of Ginormous Antiquities, a diamond is stolen, but Wander deduces that the pillows beneath the gemstones are the true targets. Using bizarre logic involving pie and pie, he predicts the next theft and heads out with a confused Sylvia. They confront Emperor Awesome, suspecting him of hoarding pillows for an evil slumber party. However, Wander finds a rubber chicken instead, another clue. They then travel to planet Cluckin, where Lord Hader is invading, only to discover the chickens are featherless. Wander confirms this is all the work of Dr. Screwball Jones, a ridiculous villain who forces happiness with his feather-powered tickle machine. Sylvia gets zapped and starts laughing uncontrollably. Wander confronts Screwball, and their battle breaks into a musical number. Just as Wander is about to lose, he tosses his banjo to Slyvia, who accidentally smashes the feather jar, causing the tickle feathers to overwhelm Screwball. He laughs uncontrollably and escapes, vowing revenge. Back to normal, Slyvia promises to believe Wander next time he says something is serious, even if it's as silly as this. Meanwhile, Hater and Peepers recover from the tickle ray, annoyed that Wander saved the day once again. The episode ends with Wander and Slyvia striking a heroic pose. In the next episode, the episode begins with Wander and Slyvia chasing a baby squirrel to return it to its family. The squirrel runs into a mysterious crystal cave, and despite Sylvia's warning, Wander follows it inside. The cave's crystals reflect Wander's image, and when he steps onto a platform, his personality is split into hundreds of different Wanders. Slyvia enters the cave and is overwhelmed by a stampede of Wanders now spreading across the planet. Inside, she learns from the intelligent Wander that the crystals fragmented Wander's personality, and if she doesn't reunite them in time, the original Wander will vanish forever. Slyvia sets out to recapture all 420 Wanders, using their unique traits as bait. After catching all but one, she realizes the final missing piece is the disobedient Wander. Though she hesitates, thinking Wander is better off without that side, she understands that every part matters and tricks him back into the cave. However, Wander is still not fully restored. Slyvia realizes the real final piece is the young Wander, hiding and afraid. With gentle encouragement, she brings him back. Upon reintegration, Wander sheds a tear, thanking Slyvia, saying that was the most important part of him. In the end, Wander and Slyvia seal the cave to prevent future mishaps and continue on to their next adventure. In the next episode, after being humiliated during the Battle Royale, the Black Cube of Darkness falls into a deep depression. On a single rainy day, he gets dumped, evicted, and his car is towed. Just when he hits rock bottom, he meets Wander and Slyvia, who try to cheer him up. Although their kindness lifts his spirits temporarily, the cube is constantly bullied and feared by others. At his new fast food job, things go from bad to worse when the bullies arrive and mock him again. Pushed to his limit, he lashes out, accidentally destroys the register, and is fired. His situation worsens when everyone, his ex, her new boyfriend, and even strangers, judge him harshly. Contemplating suicide on a bridge, the bullies show up again, and when one falls into the water, the cube tries to save him. Despite saving the teen's life by stealing and returning his soul, the crowd misjudges his actions and turns on him, causing the cube to lose control and accidentally suck out Wander's soul. Slyvia stands up for him, scolding the crowd for judging someone without understanding their pain. This leads everyone to open up about their own struggles, realizing they all had bad days too. Slyvia offers the cube simple but powerful words. "I'm sorry you had a bad day." The sky clears, colors return, and the episode ends with everyone, including the once despairing cube, singing about how everyone has darkness inside, but also hope. A smiley face is drawn in the condensation on the cube, with a single drop falling like a tear of joy. In the next episode, the episode begins with Lord Hater preparing to torture Wander, only to reveal he wants dating advice. He's received a letter from Lord Dominator and assumes it's a romantic invitation. He enlists Wander's help to impress her. Wander turns it into a musical training montage titled My Fair Haty, coaching Hater on how to be charming. Meanwhile, Slyvia wakes up in a prison cell and escapes, running into Commander Peepers, who's analyzing Dominator's destructive tactics. They team up. Peepers will freeze her ship's core, while Slyvia takes out her bots using new power gloves. All four head to Dominator's ship. Hater performs a full song and dance routine to woo Dominator, not realizing the figure on her throne is just her suit. The real Dominator arrives mid-song in a towel and coldly dismisses Hater's affections, revealing she only summoned him to gloat. She exposes all the galaxy's villains she's already defeated and mocks Hater, declaring in her own musical number that she's the bad guy and wants destruction, not love. At the same time, Slyvia and Peepers discover Dominator's true plan, to destroy the galaxy, not conquer it. They manage to freeze the ship's core, interrupting Dominator just as she's about to throw Wander and Hater into lava. As the heroes escape, Dominator's ship freezes, but she absorbs the energy and gains ice powers. Hater is devastated, but Peepers encourages him, claiming he's still the greatest in the galaxy. Energized, Hater vows to stop Dominator, to conquer the galaxy later, of course. Wander, finally accepting the seriousness of Dominator's threat, joins Slyvia in singing that now they can finally take real action. But the hopeful anthem is abruptly cut short when Dominator attacks again, laughing and declaring that the show is over. In the series finale, Lord Dominator Dominator destroys the last planet in the galaxy, Bingleborp, completing her conquest. With nothing left to ruin, she falls into a deep depression, realizing her reign of terror has left her completely alone. Meanwhile, the survivors of Bingleborp, led by King Bingleborp, join Wander, Slyvia, and numerous other refugees on the secret planet, planning their next move. As the refugees argue and panic, Wander tries to inspire hope, but they misinterpret his speech as a call to destroy Dominator. Even Slyvia agrees it's time to fight. Wander, disheartened, decides to confront Dominator alone. Back on her ship, Dominator experiences cabin fever and boredom until Wander shows up. She chases him across the ship, but he just wants to talk. After teasing him with an ice sculpture of Slyvia, she tricks Wander into revealing the secret planet's location. Ecstatic, she freezes Wander and heads there to finish the job. As Dominator's drill looms over the secret planet, Lord Hater, finally stepping into a true hero role, activates Skull Crusher mode on his ship and shields the planet with a giant electric bubble. Peepers, Slyvia, and the Watchdogs join the fight, rallying the galaxy's refugees into battle. Dominator mocks Hater's efforts through a hologram, nearly demoralizing him, until Slyvia crushes it and everyone begins chanting Hater's name. With renewed determination, Hater unleashes his full lightning powers and pierces Dominator's ship, causing it to collapse. Pinned and abandoned by her malfunctioning bots, Dominator is furious and heartbroken. Wander saves her just before the ship explodes. In the aftermath, she asks why he saved her. Wander replies, "An enemy is just a friend you haven't made yet." He welcomes her with a fruit basket as the galaxy magically regenerates from blooming seeds. Dominator, briefly touched, reverts to her old self, calling them all dorks, but takes an orange and walks off, possibly for good. With Dominator gone, Hater instantly reverts to villainy, trying to conquer the secret planet. Wander steals his flag, prompting another wild chase as Wander and Slyvia escape in an orbital with the skull ship right behind. Thanks for watching this video. You can check out my other recap videos as well, but for now, see you next time. Goodbye.